championship promos.
Dun, dun,
Oh my
dun!
god.
Right, now, this has been a long-running theme in the Dragon Ball Supercard game, is
Yes.
promos often end up heavily impacting the meta. And it's been quite a known issue that some of the promos are very difficult to get hold of.
Those are at the moment very difficult to get a hold of. Although Azim managed to grab a couple of places of each promo from the players
Oh,
that didn't want them.
nice one.
But we sat down and read every single promo, and we worked out that out of those 10 promos, 7 are playable. Like 7 or 8 are playable,
Hmm.
just on the merit of being there. If someone manages to play Soul Surge well, then probably Android 18, that's going to be 9 out of 10 that are playable and needed for one deck or another.
So which one are we going to throw a shade at? Which one is not the playable one?
Take a guess. Gohan and Piccolo is the bad one.
We'll go best case scenario. 9 of these cards are playable.
Yeah.
They're going to be very limited. There's 10 of them, and for entry in the UK event, you're going to get 5.
Yes, and
So
if you need a
already,
playset of any, good luck.
yeah, it's going to be rough. It's going to be a rough adventure. Like the hindsight is possibly
Don't sell
look at
them.
it 6 months down the line, they're going to be a bit cheaper.
So
But
Zeno is going to be always playable. Anytime they print a universe leader, Zeno is going to be good.
yep,
Bardock, someone made a very good point to me that I missed totally.
okay.
We didn't have a one-drop Bardock since Bardock from Set 4 got banned.
Yep, since Progenitor's been gone, so Ape Bardock Evolution's
Exactly.
valuable.
They attack
Yep,
you first turn because a lot of leaders need to attack. You negate the
of
attack,
course.
next turn you attack, and you have 20k double striker.
And you summon the big boy, which
Exactly,
is
you have
beautiful.
20k double striker without using the Raiders Warcry.
Exactly. And let's not forget, that is also a promo. That Bardock.
Yeah.
Just to point it out, that is, like, you know what I mean? So you're
Yeah.
using 2 promos there. One of, like, granted, the Ape Bardock isn't super expensive. It's pretty affordable.
Yes,
It's
right now
widely
it
available.
is. Right now it is. Android 21 is going to be also a card that's going to be playable because you can drop it on 4 just before your opponent is going into a secret.
Which is always good.
Goku Black is going to be playable because it's pay 2 energy, negate the attack, and tap 2 energy. And then you have a combo body on board. And I think Cooler is always going to be...
Goku Black. Yeah, he's very... Yeah.
Yes, I think Cooler also is going to be very playable because it makes any Frieza Clan deck into being able to side into Mill Engine.
Yes. Military, like Barrier and Miller every turn. It's strong. It is just strong.
When I was playing against Azim in the train, it was like, so I drop Cooler, minus 15 to this. Okay, so I mill for the leader. Yeah. So your turn. Okay. So he did nothing. Okay, at the end of the turn, mill 1. What? Why? Because Cooler effect.
Cooler. Yeah.
Okay. So the next turn he was like, okay, I don't like that card. I'm going to remove it. It has barrier.
I think, like...
And that's when the sadness occurred.
And that's a problem, but I also, like, there are answers to it. There's the Goku from...
There is a Broly. There are answers to it. But the fact that if you don't feel confident in... If you have a Frieza Clan leader and you don't feel confident in killing your opponent, you
then, yeah,
side in... Against a control deck, you just side in a Cooler.
Yeah.
And if you can find a moment to resolve it, it just sits there and mills your opponent into oblivion.
And it's something your opponent does have to deal with. Like,
yes.
It is a problem. Like, you can't just lose a card every turn. It's yeah.
I think this is a sleeper in the pack. People only want to play it because Cooler and Frieza are right now a deck, but it's a sleeper because it checks only for Frieza Clan, which we have Frieza, Cooler, Meta Cooler, King Cold, Chilled.
Hey, don't be putting Meta Cooler ideas into people. That's what I'm like. Oh, stop it, stop it. All right.
But you see, there is lots of that. The only one that won't be played really is Gohan and Piccolo until they make a better Surge leader, which I think they will at some point.
Yeah, I mean,
and then the card is going to be really, really good.
So we're looking at 10 really good cards that aren't widely available, and they probably won't be for at least another 2 months. And even then, it's still the store championships. You're getting I think 2 for entry.
I think so. Yes, 2 or 3.
Yeah, so it's and then you got to win, and you get them maybe free for winning or something
Yeah.
like that. But that's still bad.
Yeah.
Like look at Time Regulator from last season. We have proof, and the Vegeta before that. Like there is proof that these championship packs, like yes, they're good because they can get you money, but for people who want to play that deck, I mean, Toa was insane, and I think so many people missed out on playing Toa just because of how hard it was to assemble that deck.
Yes, because it was
Um,
time regulators and the Toa leader as well.
yeah,
Because the Toa leader
uh,
was limited to. You could randomly get it in one of the packs in the anniversary
anniversary
box.
box. Yeah.
Yes, that was a mistake, but we already know that this is the promos look lovely. Because I already have a couple of cards, because of course I picked up what I needed.
And yeah, and this is what I was going to say, right? Like, I know we're being very pessimistic about it, and with good reason, Preston, etc. But with this language introduction, like these cards, we can play in an English deck, not a
Bardogs
problem.
were being sold at €40 each.
Which is good, but that is also a high price.
I think
Whether
that
it'll
price
remain
is
that
going
price,
to keep until the store championships are in full fledged, which I think those prices are going to keep for Salford and Seville still.
which isn't terrible. Although Seville kind of completely changes. That's because of Draft Box 5.
Exactly, and after
Yeah.
that, it's going to be totally new meta because Unison cards are going to come out for the next championship, for the next regionals.
Mm.
So
I
those
mean,
cards, when they're playable, they will be hyped up. If you want to use them on the tournament, you will need to cough up money. I know someone was trying to sell Zeno for 100 quid.
well, that's just ridiculous. I don't think it's worth £100, and I don't
Nor do
think
I, but I don't think
I
anyone
can.
would pay that.
No, and like I this is the thing with promos. They do devalue it. Like the
Yes,
only ever instance in this game where cards have held value and gone up is Draft Box 4, and that was
Victory
that
Strike.
Bandai. I mean, yeah, but that's a secret and an
But
out of print set.
it still goes up in price. I'm sorry, but SS4 is also a secret that didn't go up in price since set 3.
Okay, right. Outside of secrets, that hold value, because I mean, Gurgi, like even stuff like All Cost Vegeta, that was an expensive card, and now it's down to like £3. You know what I mean? Like,
But it was reprinted in a draft box. It suddenly became abundant.
all right, then let's go with Gogeta 7. That's pretty cheap now.
Yes, because it was reprinted in Magnificent Collection.
Was it? Oh shit! Yeah, it was. No, my bad, my bad. All right, I'll fair
You
enough.
see,
I'll give you that point.
all the reprints of the good cards dropped on price because they got reprinted.
Okay, let's flip it on its head then. Well, we could see reprints of these cards.
I don't think so. I don't think there's
No
going to be reprints of those cards, and I think as soon as those cards go out of current
print.
set,
Yeah.
they're going to drop in price significantly before someone is going to work out how to use Zeno properly, or there's another good universe deck. Android 21 is going to be good at some point. There is going to be another support for the blue yellow. Goku Black Rosa is going the Rosa Goku Black is going to be good again. There is going to be another Frieza deck, so the Mutable Madness is going to be good. If not Frieza, then Cooler and whatever else, that's a Clan Avenger is going to be good. If they're going to reboot the Red Beerus leader or reboot the set 1 Broly, which I know people are asking for doing, then those promos, the recent Broly for those decks are going to be rebooted.
And there are reboot leaders coming.
Yes,
More reboot leaders are
it
coming.
looks like there's more reboot leaders in the next sets. So,
Yep.
and they said also in set 10 there's going to be reboot leaders, so we can assume easily that set 11 is also going to have some.
Exactly. So
Those promos are going to be worth picking up. They will drop the value for as long as the season with them lasts, and then someone is going to find a use for them, and suddenly you will need more of them.
and I think that's. I mean, that's fine. I guess. Like, just the problem is the like accessibility to them.
If you want to make the best use of them, you need to spend money.
Yeah, and I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. But
I think it
I
is
can
because
also
it
understand.
puts a paywall. If I want to play Cooler in Salford, I
Yeah,
need to spend 200 quid on Cooler and Frieza.
and I can understand that being a bad thing, but it'll be less expensive if you wanted to play cooler in Seville. And I think that's just a case of if
I
you.
don't think it's going to be much less expensive.
I
I think
mean,
you underestimate how much people would want to sell those promos.
I probably am. I'm trying to be. I'm the positive one here. Like I'm the optimism. Peter is the more realistic side of things.
I've already
But
seen it in Paris.
true, you have. But then again, the Paris event is the like the first time we can get these promos easily in
Yes,
Europe.
and I think
Because
only a
yes, there was the
third of the
American event.
players even considered selling.
Pardon?
I think only a third of the players even considered selling.
Hmm.
That's the issue here. That's my issue with those. But enough about that. We're probably going to
Yeah,
make another video talking about
the
why
promo
Dragon
situation.
Ball has such a big problem with promos. Because
Yeah,
this is something that we really should talk about at some point.
it's something we're passionate about. It's something that is constantly discussed in the
I
community.
think that's the biggest issue with the game so far. But